Hi all, welcome to my channel, Covergirl Nails. I am Jen and I just wanted to do a quick little tutorial on how I did this ombre Valentine mani with the little hearts here. I'm going to show you the stuff I used first and then we'll jump into it. So for the ombre base I used Covergirl Outlast, Rose Gold, and Tickled Pink, which just tickles me. And then for the stamping, I used Maniology Straight Black, one of my favorite stamping polishes ever. To fill in the hearts, I used the LA Colors metal line, and that is called Majestic. It's very pretty, shimmery, kind of a purple. And then I am also going to be using for Maniology Classic Beauty Plate XL355. Ton of hearts, and we're just going to use this little image right here. And for pretty much all my stamping I use the Maniology Ice Cube Scraper, which has gotten a little bit of acetone and stuff on there, and I've used it so much I've worn off the word Maniology. And my little scraper, and then some other odds and ends that you'll see as we go. So I'm going to start, I'm going to do this on a swatch stick since my nails are already done. So I'm just going to do a swatch stick, and I'm just going to do a base coat of the Rose Gold over the entire nail first. It doesn't have to be super thick coat because you're going to cover it up again when you sponge on the ombre. So I'll just do a little bit extra. It's a little streaky, but you won't see that in the finished product because of the sponging. Alright, wait for that to dry and then I'll add on the ombre. Alright, so the base coats had a little bit of time to dry, so I'm going to go in and do the ombre. Just use a regular makeup sponge. You can get them at the dollar store, pretty much anywhere. Just really makes doing the ombres easy. I've seen it done a couple other ways that I haven't really tried out, so I'm not really sure how they work. I'm sure they work very well, but this is the way I learned. Thank you, Kelly Marissa. And so that's pretty much the way I do it. So just kind of want to blend it around, make sure the sides are covered, and then I just go up and down to blend the two colors together. If you want it darker in spots, you can just kind of, I don't know if you see, I'm tilting it so just the dark pink goes on the tip. If you don't put enough polish, or once you dab it enough, the polish starts drying on the sponge, and then it starts sticking, so you have to just reload the sponge a little bit with a little bit more polish to do a second coat. If it's not dark enough, if you're not happy with how dark it is. So I'm not, so I'm just going to do just a little bit more polish. And do a little bit more dabbing. I think that's probably, yeah, that's about good. It's nice and blended. We'll go with that. Okay, while we're waiting for that to dry, we'll go ahead and get our reverse stamping done here. So I'm going to use the Maniology Straight Black. Maybe a little bit more polish than I needed, but better to be safe than sorry. Just scrape off the excess there, not too much, and roll, and beautiful pickup, mostly. Take off the excess with the scraper card, all the stuff you don't want on there. It's a little thick in some spots, but I don't think it looks bad. So we're going to go ahead and fill that in with our lovely purple Majestic. And I've got my little homemade palette here. I don't even know what this card was from, but it works really great as a color palette here. So I'm just going to take a little drop of the Majestic, and I'm going to use a dotting tool that I got, I don't even know when or where, online somewhere, probably Wish. And I'm using the smallest one, and I'm just going to dab in the purple, fill in all the little hearts. You can use anything, you don't have to use a dotting tool. I just got them and found them easier to work with. You can also use a unfolded paper clip, you can use a toothpick. If you have really thin art detail brushes, you can use that too. I find that when things have curves to them, it's like the tops of the hearts, it's easier for me to use the dotting tool because you don't really have to fill it in or follow the lines. You just kind of blop a little circle in there, just boop, and then you just kind of drag and fill in, you know, but that's just me. That's how I do it. And I wipe off the excess polish every little once in a while because it starts building up and getting a little thick, and then it makes it hard to get the little details filled in without going too far over the lines. So it's not a terribly detailed reverse stamping, which is one of the things that I really like about it. The really fine details are very hard for me to get because I don't know if you can see, but my hand is shaking. Not like bad, but enough to be annoying. And if I'm trying to do, oh man, I took off a heart. I swear I cannot get this right today. Alright, well, you know what, if it's not perfect, that's okay, because, I mean, who's going to be examining your nails with a fine-tooth comb, right? As long as overall it looks good, that's what matters. At least to me. I'm not a perfectionist, so I'm just going to kind of fill that in still and call it good, you know? Not everything is going to turn out exactly how you plan, and that's just life. This manicure, for instance, it took me a few hours to even plan it out. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I was just playing with polish. All my new Covergirl polishes. I got 10 of them. $1.99 each at grocery outlet. And super good deal. And I just wanted to try out some colors, and those two colors just really was like popping out at me. I thought, oh my god, these are so pretty. What if I put them together? And I personally think it worked out really well. And yeah, okay. Those are all filled in. Let's take a little look to see if I don't drop it. Pretty good, not perfect. You got some little bloops, but you know what? Hey, that's just how it is. Okay, before we put on our reverse stamp, we need to put something on the nail so that it actually has something to stick to. I like the Nails Alive Gooey Sticky Base Coat. Cheap, works pretty well. You could use probably just a clear coat. Some people use nail foil glue, just, I guess whatever you find works through trial and error. I tried using regular, just clear top coat when I first tried reverse stamping. Didn't work very well for me, but for some people it works. And I usually let this dry for about 45 seconds before I apply the stamp. If you don't wait long enough, it is still too wet, and then you smooge your stamp, and I'll show you my bloops from earlier. Yeah, that did not turn out the way I planned at all. Yeah, so I was very upset with that. But, you know, hey, sometimes things just happen. So we're going to wait about 45 seconds to a minute. If you wait too long, like a minute and a half, 2 minutes, then the polish dries all the way, and then it doesn't stick at all. So you gotta find that happy medium to know when to stick the polish on. I just can't get over how cute that little guy is. I did this when I was playing around. I did it with black with red hearts. I think the red just contrasted too much, and it just, I don't know, kind of stuck out. I don't know. I didn't really like it. So we're gonna try this, and I think hopefully I didn't mess it up this time. Well, I'm scared. I'm afraid to stick it on there because I messed up 2 other times. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Find your placement, and you can push or you can roll. I usually push and roll. And pick it up. And now, still not perfect, but a lot better than my 2 other mess ups. I don't know how my nails came out so good. I did not have this problem when I actually did my nails. But yeah, so that's the overall gist of it. I don't think I waited long enough, and it got a little smoochie, but I'm not doing it again. So this is the final product. So that's pretty much it. My cleanup stuff, if you're new to stamping, to get all the excess stuff that you didn't use, just use a lint roller. People use tape. They have make pads that are specific for this, which these are dollar store. So just a little that, and let's see, clean up my stamping plate, which I never did. Just a little acetone on a cotton ball, and it's like it never happened. And normally when I do this, I'm doing it on my nails, I have liquid latex around my skin, and I peel it off and record that, because some people like that, but since I did it on a swatch stick, didn't have any need for the liquid latex. So that's all clean, and the film is fine that's left over on it. It's not going to damage it, it's not going to impair the stamping ability, it just doesn't look pretty. So some people will go back over it with a cotton ball with alcohol, and I find that takes off the film pretty well, but I don't really care. So that's pretty much it. The only thing is, when I do my actual nails, is I use this speed dry top coat with green tea from NutraNail, and it's pretty inexpensive. I got it at Walmart. I love it so much. I actually went back and bought like 10 bottles just to make sure I could continue getting it. And then I polish over my final project. And it dries like seriously fast. Like, I use this, and then sometimes I also use some quick dry drops on top of it. But even if I just use this, I swear the nails dry. Like, I can go to bed and it'll be completely dry after maybe 10-15 minutes. So you just float a little coat of that on top, and voila, that's it. Finished product. So I hope you guys liked this video. I'll leave links or information about the products I used in the description. And if you have any questions or comments, I would love some feedback. Thanks. I hope you guys have a great day.